Hey guys, Adam Fenig here with Fenig Equipment. You're tuned into the Talking Shed. Today, Cody and I are out in the field and we're running a 2200, but I want to show you the before and after scenes. So what we have here is this was ran with a 5200 this past fall, and this is what a lot of guys are dealing with here this spring. It's kind of dry, you've got this crust, you've got moisture down underneath there, and it's pretty locked together. I mean, that's pretty hard stuff, and you want something that can just come in here, knock it down in one pass, and make it really nice to plant into. I think you come in here with a cultivator and you're going to have a lot of chunkiness, a lot of slabbing. You're going to have that horizontal layer. You could do some plugging with some residue, and so our idea is to come in and vertical till. So come in with those big 8-wave blades, shatter that crust, and allow this to open up, do that jackhammer effect, shock the ground, and make it plant real soft and smooth like a pillow. It'll make it real nice and soft for you. So let's jump over here into where we've already ran this 2200 and show you guys what it looks like. So this is one pass, and again, this is a 2200, so we've got 22-inch blades. We're running the 8-wave blades, and it's amazing how when you step in this field, how soft and spongy it is compared to the concrete over here. It's amazing. So let's do a little bit of digging. I was doing some earlier. Whenever we move this dirt around, not only do we notice that our clod size is extremely manageable. There's no way that you couldn't plant into this. But just with my hand, I can move this dirt extremely easily. And whenever we dig around, look at how broken apart that is. That's from that jackhammer effect. And I can just take this knife and just lightly shake it around everywhere, and everything, look at that, everything just crumbles apart. I mean, at this point, I'm probably 6 to 7 inches down, and we were only running that tool probably 3. And so you look how everything just crumbles down compared to the hard concrete that I was picking at with the knife over there before we had ran the tool. There's a spot, it's completely, totally fractured. So that's the beauty of the 2200, is not only can it go in there and crack that crust from the top down, so we have no horizontal layers, but as it's doing that, it just blows this dirt apart, and that shock initiates some expansion. Air can get down in there, and this, everything that you see is just extremely fragile. It's like glass. This stuff breaks apart, and you can imagine when you place a seed down in here and that initial root starts to grow and find a place to go, whenever this dirt is blown apart like that, it's not going to struggle one bit to find a place to dig down. Whenever you can dig that easily with a knife, and everything that you touch just blows it apart. So you can see this residue that's buried within this profile from the 5200. There's a bunch of residue, but there's not a lot of it because it's been broken down and decomposed from being buried. But as we dig and keep digging, if we find a spot, see this spot? Look at how shattered and fractured that is. Look at that. You could go across this entire field where this 2200 is ran, and if you find a spot that doesn't break apart easily with your hand, with just the slightest little poke, it just shatters. And that's that jackhammer effect, and that is something that no other tool can provide other than the Salford Independent Series blades. Not only does it follow the contours of the ground because it's not on a rigid shaft, but also as you're driving 10 mile an hour, that fracturing that you can literally feel as the tool zips by you. You can feel it in your feet when you stand there. This is what it does to the soil. There's some residue buried right here. But that's what I wanted to show you guys, is how effective this is. I mean, at this depth right here, I mean, it's still shattered down in there, and we're starting to get into some serious moisture here. But you know, at this point we're that deep, and we're only running 3 inches deep, so we're shattering down there pretty deep. And like I said, we're starting to get into some moisture, but it's still breaking apart extremely easily. So we could do this across this entire field all day long where the 2200 is ran, and that's what is so impressive about this tool, and that is what makes it the ultimate tool to plant into. So that's what we're doing today, talking about how a 2200 is an ideal tool in the spring to break that crust, manage clod size, and it's something you will always be able to plant behind. So thanks for following along with today. He's out there demoing that 2200 right now, going to knock down this whole field and plant into it. So thanks for tuning in.